In this video, I'll be sharing 4 protein-packed and uber convenient mason jar salads. But these salads won't just please you, Mama. I am willing to bet that even your kids will love them. Okay, maybe not at first, especially if they don't currently eat salad or any vegetables for that matter, but eventually. I don't sugarcoat things, nor do I use sugar in my salad dressings. So what is it about these salads that make them so tasty? Even my kids fight to have just one more bite. It's definitely in the recipe, but I would say it's even more than that. I know, kids and salad. That's something we're told won't end well. But it's never been an issue in my house. We don't make a big deal about it. We never say, "Well, Joey, you'll have to eat 4 bites of salad if you want a brownie." Instead, we always put salad on their plates and on our own. We also make sure to use high-quality ingredients in the salad dressing and use just enough salt and seasonings to create a masterpiece of a salad that kids and adults alike will be glad to stuff in their faces. And finally, we eat the salad like it's completely normal, because it is. There's nothing strange about kids eating vegetables, and I stand by that. Okay, we're going to start off with this surprisingly delicious salad that's just full of vegetables and brimming with vibrant colors. As you might have already noticed, I used red cabbage, colorful bell peppers, English cucumbers, tomatoes, spinach, baby romaine lettuce, carrots, and green onions. Whew, that's quite a list. But you don't have to use the particular veggies that I put in my salad. You can totally use what you have on hand, or what's in season, or what's even growing in your own backyard garden. Okay, now I'm going to take a sec and explain why I'm sharing this video at the beginning of fall. I had every intention to get this video edited and posted by July, but I had other video ideas that came up after I had already filmed the footage for this video, so the editing of this video got put on the back burner for several months. I started filming these videos back in March, so it's really been a good 6 months since I started. But I decided to still upload it because I figured it would still be helpful for most of my audience. A lot of vegetables are actually available year-round, and you can make salads anytime if you'd like. And maybe by the time you watch this, it will be spring, so it's not necessarily bad timing. The dressing totally makes this salad pop. It's just a basic homemade vinaigrette, but it is so yummy. You'll need avocado oil or olive oil, white wine vinegar, kosher or sea salt, black pepper, minced garlic. I used frozen minced garlic in this case, and Dijon mustard. You just add everything to a pint-sized mason jar, close the lid tight, and shake. I just love making my own salad dressing. It's hard to find a salad dressing at the store these days that doesn't include sugar or some kind of seed oil. And if you do find one without those ingredients, you'll be paying a pretty penny for it. So to make all these salads I'm going to share with you in this video, all you have to do is layer the ingredients in a particular order to make sure they stay fresh for 3 to 7 days. You will put the dressing in first, so it's at the very bottom, and then you'll add any moist vegetables. In this case, it's the bell peppers, tomatoes, and cucumbers. Next, you'll put in crunchy vegetables like the red cabbage. And finally, the lettuce can go on top of everything. I like to pack it in until there is just a small space at the top of the jar. As long as you keep the jar upright, you won't have to worry about the dressing getting on the lettuce and causing it to wilt or go bad before you can eat it. I chose to put the more delicate vegetables on top of the lettuce just to keep them really fresh. In this case, they were the green onions and shredded carrot. Check the description box for a link to the recipe with all the more precise measurements and such. To eat it, all you have to do is turn it out into a bowl or a container or plate and then toss it with your fork. You may have to stick your fork in to pull everything out, especially if you stuffed the lettuce in when you made them. This salad is perfect if you want something crunchy. It's especially wonderful if you're trying to avoid snacking on lots of crunchy things like chips, crackers, and cookies. Plus, it's completely gluten, dairy, and sugar-free. Personally, I love having an easy side dish or a quick lunch at the ready, so taking the time at the beginning of the week to prep a couple of these jars is just so worth it to me. Now, I'd be lying if I told you that all my kids love this salad and eat it every single time I serve it. My kids have their picky moments, and some of my kids are far more picky than others. I found it interesting that they were all really excited to eat it when I asked them to eat some on video. I think they thought it would be fun to see themselves eating it on camera, so they were more motivated to try it. At the beginning of this video, I said that all these salads were protein packed, and you might notice that this salad is just vegetables. So what gives? While the salad itself doesn't have any protein in it, you can serve it with protein, like a hard-boiled egg, leftover chicken, or a quick grilled steak. So yeah, it's not technically protein packed on its own, but you can add protein to make it so. Don't worry though, the rest of the salads really are protein packed, and I think you're gonna love them. Probably my all-time favorite mason jar salad is this chicken and spinach salad. It's naturally sweetened with the grapes, and the mustard dressing just gives it such a wonderful tangy flavor. It never gets old. For the mustard thyme vinaigrette, you will need red wine vinegar, although I used white wine vinegar because it's what I had on hand, country Dijon mustard, dried thyme, kosher or sea salt, black pepper, and avocado oil or olive oil. So you'll notice that I use Dijon mustard in the dressing, but the original recipe I've been using for more than 8 years now calls for country Dijon mustard. I used to buy country Dijon mustard specifically for this recipe, but that was the problem right there. I only ever used it in just this recipe. So now I exclusively use plain Dijon mustard since I always have it on hand. I will say that if the country Dijon mustard is in your budget and you plan on making this salad over and over and over, it's a great thing to keep in your fridge. There is a difference in taste that seems to elevate the salad when I use the country Dijon mustard. So you may have noticed an outfit change here, and that's because I filmed the making of this particular salad 2 times. The footage I got the first time when I was filling the jar with the dressing and salad ingredients was terrible, so I had to redo it. To each jar, you'll add the dressing, diced chicken, halved grapes, grated Parmesan cheese, chopped walnuts, and torn lettuce. And don't worry, I'll be sure to link the recipe down in the description below. This salad isn't dairy-free, but you can easily just leave out the Parmesan cheese if you need it to be. It is gluten-free and sugar-free, so that might be a plus for you. Of all the salads in this lineup, this one is my oldest daughter's absolute favorite. We both can't get enough of the sweet, tangy combination from the grapes and mustard. And then add in the chicken, and it's divine. To keep the cost down on this one, wait to make it until grapes are on sale. You could also try it with a different fruit. Blueberries and apples might be really good, or even some dried fruit like raisins or craisins. I'd love to hear if you do try it with a different fruit and what you think of it. So the next mason jar salad I have for you is a chicken Caesar salad that is both gluten-free and dairy-free. One of the main ingredients in a chicken Caesar salad is the Parmesan cheese, so you'll need to make dairy-free Parmesan cheese if you want the salad to be dairy-free. To a food processor or high-speed blender, add cashews, nutritional yeast, salt, garlic powder, and onion powder. Don't worry, I will have this recipe in the description below. I made plenty of this Parmesan cheese substitute so that I can make this salad jar recipe many more times. I just keep it in my fridge. I've made the salad 3 times since the filming of this video in the spring, and I still have some of the mixture left. I forgot to film the roasting of the chickpeas, but you would want to do that probably even before making the Parmesan cheese substitute. The roasted chickpeas, or garbanzo beans, are a good substitute for the croutons since we want to keep this salad gluten-free. For the Caesar dressing, I highly recommend you make your own, but if you don't have time, I'm sure you can find a high-quality dressing that would taste delicious. Just double check that it's both gluten-free and dairy-free if that's what you need. I used homemade mayo in the dressing along with freshly squeezed lemon juice, fish sauce, which you can easily substitute with either anchovy paste or coconut aminos, minced garlic, Dijon mustard, salt, pepper, and onion powder. Once everything is in the jar, tighten the lid and just give it a good shake to incorporate everything into a smooth dressing. To each mason jar, you're going to add the Caesar salad dressing, diced chicken, dairy-free Parmesan cheese, chopped romaine lettuce, and roasted chickpeas. When I filmed this, I put the roasted chickpeas in the jar before the lettuce, but what I noticed is that the chickpeas become too soft when they sit in the jar for several days doused in the dressing. What you could do, if you want them to stay crunchy, is store them in a snack bag in the pantry and add them to the salad when you eat it. This salad is not so easy to just shake out, so you will want to have a spoon or a spatula with you when you empty it into a bowl or on a plate. I didn't get my kids to eat this one on camera, mostly because I didn't have time that day, but I will say this was the least favorite salad of all of them for my kids. An easy fix to entice your child to eat it would be to use croutons. You can probably buy gluten-free ones if you need to, in place of the roasted chickpeas. My daughter told me that she didn't like the roasted chickpeas in the salad. Alright, last but not least, we have tomato onion salad jars. Oh boy, this is such a tasty salad. That's actually saying a lot coming from me because onions were a huge no for me growing up, especially raw onions. I quickly changed my tune after marrying an Argentine man who would eat raw onions like apples while grilling his steak. No joke. I mean, how could I even think of eating any meals with my husband if I refused to eat something he loved so much? So I committed to getting over my picky ways with onions. It took years, but I eventually started eating onions in all forms, and now it's no big deal. So if you don't like onions, I get it. This is probably not the salad for you. But if you like onions at all, this salad needs to be on your meal plan the day after your next Argentine barbecue. I say Argentine barbecue because if you're like most Americans, your barbecue probably consists of hamburgers and hot dogs. Am I right? But if you've ever had an Argentine asado, you know that there is no end to the variety of meat that you will eat. And it's all incredibly delicious. Basically, any meat will be great in this salad. I chose to use some leftover chicken and steak from one of our mini asados. Speaking of which, this salad was born out of inspiration from the Argentine asados we frequently have in our house. We almost always have tomato onion salad as a side dish at these asados. So I used almost the same recipe, except I added the lettuce, meat, and rice. The rice in this salad is optional and can be replaced with quinoa or even croutons if you'd rather. In fact, the croutons would be more Argentine than the rice because they eat bread in Argentina with their asados. The reason I chose to put rice in this salad is so I could keep it gluten-free. Well, now you have 4 different options for healthy and tasty salads that are very much meal prep friendly and can give you the added protein you're looking for. These salads are perfect for work, on the go, and even as a side dish at dinner. If you rotate all 4 salads over the course of a month, you'll never get bored. Now, if you've watched all the way through and are thinking, my kid would never touch any of those salads, perhaps stop that thought right in its tracks. Don't assume your child won't eat something, even if they have never liked it or eaten it in the past. I like to take a more positive approach and just give it a try. Put it on their plate, even if it's just one teeny tiny bite. Make sure there are other foods on the plate that your child already likes or loves. You never know if today will be the day that they become a little curious and want to take a bite. If you are being an example, they might just follow. But you can't think it's going to happen overnight. It might take 10 tries, maybe even 1,000. Just don't give up. I want to thank you so much for popping in to watch this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like it or leave a comment to share your own experience with feeding salad to your child. Have a blessed day and take care.